Я вас приветствую, друзья мои дорогие, с вами Сбор. Продолжаем прохождение игры Hogwarts Legacy, 37-й выпуск. Ой, какая красота, друзья, какая сказочная атмосфера, я не могу. Просто загляденье. Смотрите. Хогсмит в любую погоду прекрасен. Давайте посмотрим, что у нас по заданиям. Значит, в прошлом ролике мы приобрели улучшения для нашей метлы. И даже купили новые. Давайте теперь встретимся и пообщаемся с Эмильдой Рейс. Задание «Даже небо не предел». Алби упомянул, что Эмильду можно найти на побережье к юго-востоку от Хогвартса, чтобы получить нужные ему данные. Мне нужно принять участие в ее очередном лётном испытании. Я готов пройти это лётное испытание. Давайте посмотрим, куда двигаться. Нам нужно. Ух ты! Как далеко. Обалдеть. Что так далеко-то? Ну да, перемещаемся.
You can't imagine how inconvenient travel was before I... Blue powder?
Well, this might be the best meal I've had in years. No, I mean it. I don't think I should need to eat again till next week.
Ну, полетели. Ох ты. Преграда. Так, подождите, а как лететь-то тогда, если тут везде преграды? Очень интересно. Не понимаю, друзья. Такое чувство, что пока сюда нельзя пройти. Не знаю почему. Верхом нельзя. Может быть, там должна быть загрузка, друзья? Может ли быть такое? Давайте проверим. Нельзя. Ну-ка. Приземлиться нельзя тоже. Что за фигня? Ну, давайте спустимся вниз. И дорога меня ведет в другую сторону. Нахрена? Что-то какая-то странная фигня, друзья. А, он меня хочет... В обход, что ли? Не понимаю. Короче, проход у нас вот в этой точке. Давайте выясним это. И снова я здесь. Ага.
You ought to cut back on pudding.
Expelliarmus!
Not quite enough.
Descendo!
You seem tired.
Descendo!
I will make you.
Descendo!
Ну-ка, ну-ка, ну-ка. Его надо подловить, друзья. Давай, прыгай. Ха-ха, класс. Выполнил, друзья, дуэльную уловку. 20 из 20. Супер. То есть, получается, у нас здесь, что ли, проход? Серьезно? Ну да, путь нас ведет вот сюда. Слушай, давайте пройдем. Рецепт с характеристикой снаряжения смягчения. Маска из тыквы на Хэллоуин. Угу. Прикольно. Кстати, друзья, обратите внимание, маска карающего волка, маска с вырезанным изображением волка, полученная за победы над печально известными врагами. Прикольно. Угу. Вот она, тыква. Все, движемся дальше, друзья.
Pity, not quite. Expelliarmus. I've been fighting. Incendio.
I won't rest.
Incendio. You've one less follower, Ranrock.
Угу. Смотрите, друзья.
I should investigate.
How nice,
Revelio.
my young friend.
Вау.
Depulsor. Revelio.
Угу. Так, сверху сундук, друзья. Очки в серебряной полуоправе. Все? Нет, не все, друзья. Здесь еще мешок. Ну как до него добраться? Этого, друзья, я не знаю.
Incendio.
Ай, ладно. Пофиг. Побежали.
Off on another adventure, are we?
When the war is over, goblins will rule over wizards at last.
Accio. Expelliarmus. Glacius. Arresto momentum.
This will not be another setback like Feldcroft. Hold true to our plan.
Expelliarmus.
It's the student from the town. All right. Think you're clever, don't you?
Window.
You
Incendio.
won't defeat us all! No!
Expelliarmus.
You won't get away with it.
Так. Взглянем. Смотрите, друзья. Во-первых, нужно сделать вот что. Вот так. Да, в принципе, этого достаточно. Еще разочек. Ну кто? Ты меня пробиваешь-то, я не понимаю.
Protego.
Нифига, друзья, пробивает. Так.
Expelliarmus. Accio. Incendio.
Бежим дальше. О, стоп. Вот так.
You won't stop. Let's get here. Your spells glance off of me. Easily. There you are. Get away!
Блин.
Oh, that was meant for me. I said it. And thank you. Expelliarmus.
You only have Ranrock to blame.
Давайте сюда пройдем.
Revelio.
Так, спуск вниз у нас. Давайте. Спускаемся. Ага. Три сундука. Полосатый шарф цветов факультета, фетровая шляпа с шестеренками и неизвестный предмет для шеи. Поднимаемся. Так. Отлично.
Revelio.
О, сундук, друзья. Шарф с бахромой и рисунком в виде мазка кистью. Ну все, садимся на метлу на нашу. И давайте начнем вот с чего. Вообще, друзья, нам нужно как-то то ли вниз. Не понимаю пока. То ли вверх, наоборот. Нет, выше уже никак. Отлично.
Revelio.
Где-то здесь, друзья, находится секрет. Не понимаю, где. По идее, он должен быть вот здесь. Вот он, блин. Руководство страницы. Старинный компас. К сожалению, этот факт, что этот старинный магловский компас был потерян здесь, означает, что магл, который им владел, вероятно, сейчас бродит где-то по Уэльсу. А где он, этот самый компас-то? Непонятно. Ну ладно. Кстати, еще же здесь у нас
Revelio.
быстрое перемещение. Нет, короче. Ладно. Ого.
Incendio. Placing.
Пауки эти поганые.
Confringo. Placing.
Ну ты чё, мелкий, офигел что ли, а?
Confringo. Arresto momentum. Placing.
Отлично. Гребаные пауки. Ой. Давайте туда не пойдем.
Time to teach someone a lesson.
Да его догони. Попробуй. Мгм. Пропустил. Сейчас давайте развернемся.
Call out for me all you want. Is that you, Royland?
И продолжаем наш полет. Вон еще, кстати, шары. А вон еще. Вау. Отлично.
Knowing a meat, he's likely studied here.
Ну, давайте. Вот так. Почти, друзья. Почти. Да. Гидра.
An astronomy table. Should prove useful once the sun's down.
Это что? А, это статуя. Блин, я думал, уже какое-то привидение, что ли, или что это такое? Ой, жутко, блин. Долбежка какая-то. Так, осталось, друзья, совсем немножко.
This place has seen better days.
О. Я не могу, друзья, упустить такой момент. А где еще? Шары-то эти где еще? Странно. Может быть здесь? Да. А вот еще один. Ура! Все, друзья, паркуемся.
The course looks rather deserted. I hope everything's all right.
I'm over here.
Да, я вижу тебя. Подожди секунду. Что он... А, все понятно.
Hello again, Imelda. This course is a bit far from the castle, isn't it?
Obviously. Evidently too far for most of our classmates. Pathetic. They should be begging me to keep these trials alive, not running scared. I'm surprised our new 5th year showed up. I suppose I appreciate the effort.
That's actually... thank you.
I know I can be impatient, but I get frustrated by those who don't take things as seriously as I do. And in my experience, that's everyone. Anyway, don't let it go to your head. Right then, enough chatter. I'm confident I've posted a time you won't be able to beat.
Ух, это твоя самоуверенность, блин. Вызов принят. Вернусь позже. Вызов принят, конечно.
We'll soon see how I fare, won't we? I'm ready.
Get ready to lose.
Мечтай дальше. О! Так.
Flying, if I do say so myself. Excellent.
Скорость.
Made it. Brilliant.
Так.
That wasn't too difficult. Now that's more like it.
О, пустил чуть-чуть.
This is going well.
Так, концентрируемся, друзья.
Made it.
Да, я побил рекорд чей-то. Фух. Класс. Ну, что ты мне скажешь? Не получилось круто.
Impressive work today, but don't get too comfortable. I'll be on your heels in no time. My family's not going to believe the news when I tell them. They're almost as competitive as I am. Almost.
Дух соперничества в твоей семье передается по наследству? Так и будешь летать по этим маршрутам? Планируешь играть в квиддич?
I take it you want to play for a team, but which one? And which position?
I'm my father's girl. A chaser through and through. You'd know that if Black hadn't cancelled Quidditch this year. As for a team, it's the holy-head harpies I've always dreamt of. When I'm finished with school, I'll try out. If for some reason I don't get accepted, I don't know what I'll do. Herbology, perhaps? Because if that did happen, you might as well pot me and call me a mandrake. I'd never stop screaming.
Do you get your competitiveness from your family?
You could say that. My grandfather played Quidditch for Puddlemere United. And my father, well, he was a chaser for Slytherin, but had to stop after a curse took his knees out. Said it was the Gryffindor beater. And me, I fell in love with flying the first time I saw the ground disappear beneath my feet. Something about the freedom you feel on a broom. I've not been able to stop since.
Так и будешь летать по этим маршрутам?
Will you keep running these courses?
I'll race them myself. Don't want to get rusty. But I won't be dealing with time trials. You're welcome to run them too. Anyway, hope we find time to fly again soon.
Было весело.
It's been fun competing against your records, Imelda.
It has been fun. Glad you're here, 5th year. You're an asset to our house. You take care of yourself.
И ты себе. Как-то она девчонка хорошая.
I should let Mr. Weeks know that this was his best upgrade yet.
Друзья, тут фантастические твари обитают. Давайте сразу настроим. Жмыры.
I'll look after you.
Угу.
I'm not going to hurt you.
Как-то они недалеко убегают здесь.
Revelio.
Угу. Так, вон один ходит. Плащ с рисунком кракена.
Professor Howard will never believe this. Revelio.
Ну, друзья, насколько помню, здесь вон еще один. Да. Давайте его цапанем еще. Идем дальше. Замечательно.
Settle yourself. I mean you no harm.
Все, перемещаемся в Хогсмит.
How's my favourite test flyer?
И снова здравствуйте, мистер Уикс. Мне удалось установить новый рекорд на южном маршруте.
Hello again, Mr. Weeks. I set a new record at the South course.
Fantastic! Your broom performed well then?
The best upgrade yet. It flew beautifully, incredibly nimble. But with the speeds it now reaches, I can feel the wind catching beneath the seat a bit, preventing it from reaching its full potential.
Of course! Should have anticipated that. Exactly the kind of report I've come to expect from you. At last, I think I know what needs to be done for my final upgrade.
Чем займетесь после?
What will you do after the final upgrade is complete?
I aim to make Spintwitches the most sought-after shop in Hogsmeade. And I wouldn't mind getting back on a broom myself, just for the thrill of it. Couldn't be more pleased we made headway with the upgrades, proved the naysayers wrong, made all the hard work worth it.
Очень интересно, мистер Уикс. До следующей встречи.
I shall look forward to speaking again.
I'll be sure to send you an owl when I'm finished. Thank you again for your help. Couldn't have done this without you.
Задание завершено. Даже небо не предел.
Good for Mr. Weeks. Mr. Weeks and I do make a good team.
Это да. Давайте посмотрим, что у нас далее по заданиям. Значит, задание говорит директриса, основное. В зале картографии появился портрет профессора Ньёв Фитджеральд. Мне нужно пойти туда и поговорить с ней. Поговорить с портретом профессора Ньёв Фитджеральд, который находится в зале картографии. Далее, основа для шантажа. Нати прислала мне еще одну сову, уверяя, что она сможет улизнуть, чтобы ее мать ничего не узнала. Мне нужно встретиться с ней возле Хогсмита. Вот, и мы как раз находимся здесь, поэтому давайте с ней встретимся. Слушайте, может, Кальвандер зайдем? Сколько палочек. Классно. Давайте подождем Нати.
Are you ready to put an end to Harlow?
Ну, в целом, да, готов.
I'm ready to do what's needed to take Harlow down. I know you have a plan.
We must gather information from the friends of Mr. Bickle that Archie and Mrs. Bickle mentioned. Agabus Filbert, Otto Dibble, and Mr. and Mrs. Rabe.
All right.
I suggest that you speak with each of them while I head to the Hogshead. I saw some Ashwinders heading there. And as my mother would never go near the Hogshead, she is less likely to learn of my activities than if I were to wander the village questioning its residents.
Где их искать?
Where am I to find these friends of his?
I do not know about Mr. Rabe, but his wife, Daisy, is often in Hogsmeade, as is Agabus Filbert. And Otto Dibble, he works at Gladrags, so you will likely find him there.
Что у них можно выведать?
What sort of information am I trying to gather from these people?
They may know what evidence Mr. Bickle had against Harlow, or they may have evidence of their own. We simply need to know whatever they know.
Я поговорю с друзьями мистера Бикла.
Very well. I'll speak with them, see what I can learn.
I knew I could rely on you. We need to know how they are being blackmailed by Rookwood and Harlow. Meet me here after you have spoken with them. Hopefully, by the time you return, I will.
Задание началось. Основа для шантажа. Значит, нам нужно пообщаться с 3 персонажами. Агабусом Филбертом, Дейзи Ботвинс и Отто Дибл.
Sprightly, though. Oh, I don't think anyone at the
Вон он где находится.
Agabus Filbert must be around here somewhere.
Hello there.
Excuse me, Mr. Filbert. I wondered if I might speak with you about your dealings with Theophilus Harlow. I hope to ease Mrs. Bickle's mind by gathering evidence against him.
Tragic what happened to Bickle. He wanted me to speak out against Harlow for an act of violence committed against me. But I feared Harlow's retaliation, and so I refused.
Напрасно вы промолчали. Вы поступили мудро. Наверное, второе.
You may have shared Mr. Bickle's fate if you had spoken out against Harlow as he requested.
Unfortunately, I suspect you're right.
You said that Harlow committed an act of violence against you. Could you tell me what happened?
Before my extraordinary wife, Dulcibella, passed away, she had just completed a small book of poetry. As a surprise for her birthday, one she never had the chance to celebrate, I had the book beautifully bound and plated in gold. One day, Harlow came calling to punish me for having spoken out against the Neanderthals that comprise Rookwood's lot. Before I knew it, I'd been petrified, and Harlow was rifling through my home. He found the book of poetry, with its exquisite gold plating. I watched helplessly, lying there in my entranceway as he walked away with the book, laughing as he went. I was shaken to my core. Still am, to be honest.
I imagine you fear Harlow retaliating again, but do you mind if I share this information with Officer Singer?
I suppose I have no choice. This extortion can't go on forever. You can pass it on to anyone who may be willing to help. Harlow does not like people talking, as you already know.
Now, to find Mr. Bickle's other 2 friends.
Speaking of astronomy, I'm surprised you're not fixing it from Venus. The amount of time spent talking about a meter car.
I only speak up
Бомите.
the teacher doesn't deduct house points for wrong answers. To be fair, I don't say much.
How can one not fancy Professor Garlick? She's brilliant with plants and her energy is captivating.
Wonder how well our professors sit when they were students. Can't all have been top of their class, can they? Gives me some hope.
Так. Нужно еще пообщаться с 2.
Otto Dibble works at Gladrags. I should check there.
Please tell me you didn't take it, but perhaps it's been here all along.
Mr. Dibble, may I speak with you? It's about Theophilus Harlow.
I've nothing to say about him. May I interest you in a stunning cravat today?
Please, sir, I'd like to help. I spoke to Mrs. Bickle.
You know the Bickles? All right, but we must be discreet. Can't have Mr. Hill hearing this.
I know Mr. Hill. He was kind to me the day of the troll attack.
Oh, he's a good man, but even he wouldn't understand about Harlow. It started a few weeks ago. I was distracted, reading a note, when you-know-who came into the shop. I
hid the note behind the counter and offered to help him. He stared at me for a moment, then asked me to check on an order he'd placed. I went into the storeroom to check on what turned out to be a non-existent order. When I returned, he was holding the note.
What was in the note?
It was a note from Rosie Hill, Mr. Hill's daughter. You see, we've been, well, secretly engaged these past 6 months. We haven't told Mr. Hill yet. I dare say he has higher hopes for her. Harlow advised me in no uncertain terms that my relationship with Rosie, not to mention my employment here, depended upon my cooperation.
What did he ask you to do?
It all happened so quickly. In an instant, he took a very expensive scarf from the counter, pocketed it, and smiled. He said, "Your secret is safe as long as I can supply my lady friend with delightful items like this every so often." I've been able to cover for his requests until now with some creative bookkeeping, but I can't keep it up for much longer. I'm terrified to say anything. I could never live without Rosie.
Так, насчет записки. Как вы скрываете пропажу товаров? Мистер Хилл кажется справедливым человеком. Почему вы ему не расскажете?
I met Mr. Hill the day of the troll attack. He was kind to me. Why don't you just tell him?
He's a lovely man, but when it comes to Rosie, I fear he loses all perspective. He'd see this as a grave betrayal. I'd lose my job instantly, and Rosie as well.
Как вы скрываете пропажу товаров?
What have you been doing to keep the extortion a secret?
Well, as I mentioned, creative bookkeeping. And I've also been trying to cover the costs with my own savings, but I'm running out of money. Of course, none of this bodes well for my efforts to improve my circumstances and to be worthy of Rosie.
Насчет записки.
Could you give me a bit more detail about the note? That might help me to identify it should I come across it.
It's on Rosie's special pink stationery. It has her monogram at the top, RH. That's how Mr. Hill would know it was real.
Ну, спасибо, что рассказали мне.
Thank you for telling me. I'm gathering evidence to take Harlow down.
I would love nothing more than to see him rotting in Azkaban, but be careful. He's an awful man and incredibly dangerous. As for Rosie's letter, should you happen upon it, I have committed it to memory. You may destroy it immediately.
Understood.
Now hurry off before Mr. Hill returns. Where was I?
We're on the right track. Now to find the last of Mr. Bickle's friends.
Да, друзья, осталось пообщаться с Дейзи Бутвинс. Чё за... Ты ещё, пацан, попутал, что ли? Он сам не понял, что произошло. Может, тебе не стоит этим заниматься, дружище? Такой, типа, я не при делах, ребят. Я не при делах. А чё, работу работать надо дальше? И все по новой. Да, друг. Вот такая вот тяжелая работа. Так, а мы продолжаем, друзья. Дейзи Бутвинс.
Mrs. Rabe should be nearby.
Oh, Isco, what have I done?
Mrs. Rabe, I wondered if I might speak with you about Theophilus Harlow. I'm a friend of the Bickles and I'm trying to gather evidence against him.
Poor Joanna and little Archie. And now Harlow has taken my darling Isco.
What do you mean? Why?
I'm a security guard at Gringotts, and my husband is a curse breaker for them. Harlow approached me about helping him extort my colleagues into giving him treasures from the vaults.
And you declined?
Of course I declined. Repeatedly. I thought they'd given up until I came home one night and found my husband gone and a note affixed to my door with a knife. The note stated that I only had a few days to reconsider helping with some banking needs and that my husband would appreciate it if I acted quickly. But the help Harlow wants is help that I cannot give, and my dearest Isco is paying the price.
Зачем Харлоу похищать вашего супруга вместо вас?
Why wouldn't Harlow extort your husband?
Isco's job is even more removed from the vaults than mine. He travels the world for the bank. He could do nothing for Harlow. I'm the one in the bank on a daily basis, which evidently makes me an enticing target for blackmail.
Вы сообщали Харлоу что-либо о Гринготте?
Have you helped Harlow since your husband was taken?
No, I'm worried sick about Isco, but he'd never want me to compromise my integrity. I also know that he's extremely clever. That said, I was hoping he would have escaped by now. It makes me concerned as to why he hasn't.
Говорит ли записка о похищении?
Are you sure the note means that your husband was kidnapped?
What else could it possibly mean? Besides, I came home to find that someone had trampled the daisies in our garden. It may sound silly, but those were Isco's pride and joy. He would never have let that happen.
Это то, что мне было нужно.
Thank you, Mrs. Rabe. Knowing the lengths that Harlow will go to is helpful, albeit more than disturbing.
Mr. Bickle was trying to help us, but now he's gone. I don't know what to do.
I shall do all I can to get evidence against Harlow, Mrs. Rabe.
Very well. Here's the note I received. You must be careful as well. Please don't put yourself in danger.
Миссис Ботвинс, мы надеемся, что вы пересмотрите свое решение касательно материальной помощи. Вам дали достаточно времени, но наше терпение не безгранично. Ваш муж наверняка хочет, чтобы вы поняли всю ценность нашего сотрудничества. Готовы ли вы ответить до конца недели? Этот разговор должен остаться между нами. Надеемся, вы понимаете.
Some evidence worth hanging on to.
Thank you. I hope it's not too late.
I've spoken with Mr. Bickle's friend. Now to find Natty.
Так, друзья, ну осталось пообщаться с Нати. И пообщаемся мы уже в следующем выпуске. Подписывайтесь на канал, кто не подписан, поддержите видео с лайкосиком. Лайк помогает продвижению видео. С вами был Саугл. Всем покедова.